Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm Rance Ball, and welcome back to Two Balls Are Better Than One. If this is your first time being here, thank you so much for joining. Please hit that like and subscribe button. If this isn't your first time, we appreciate your return. Thank you so much for coming back. Today is going to be a very, very special episode near and dear to my heart. This is going to be our second episode of Men's Mental Health. This is something that I'm going to be dropping once a month. While we're doing that, I will be ripping open a Score a Treat. This is going to be my first product of 2024. I'm super excited about that. I have seen plenty of videos of seeing how hard this is to open, as well as the cards that we get. So I'm gonna save everybody the pain and suffering as I go through that. But if I do pull a numbered card or a case hit or anything like that, I'll show that. But more importantly, while we're here, is for men's mental health. Last time we were here, we discussed anxiety, depression, triggers, and a plan of action. Today we're going to talk about the number one battle that I see that we're facing every day, and it's the battle within ourselves in our own head. Life's about choices. You're going to make good, bad, and incorrect ones every day. The goal is to learn from your mistakes. Only then can real growth begin. Regardless of how good or bad something is, you have a choice on how you respond to that. That's why the last video we discussed the importance on able to identify triggers so you can be equipped with a plan of action if something doesn't go your way. I tell my son all the time, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. I mentioned this before, but everyone knows how to respond to things when everything is great, but never when things are bad. I learned at an early age that life doesn't care about your problems. Don't take it personal. That's for everybody. Yeah, that's for everybody. You legit have two options. You can cry on the sideline while this thing we call life passes you by, or B, you can climb aboard, be a captain of your own ship, and take back your life. Because regardless of how bad you might think something is, the sun is going to set, and tomorrow is going to be a new day with you or without you. That's just the harsh realities of life. I try to teach my son that and prep him that as much as I can. It's so important, but knowing is one thing and actually doing something about it is two completely different things. So every day I wake up to be positive and present. It's a choice, and only up to me to win this battle each day. Controlling the controllables. Treating others how you want to be treated is something that you can control. Blowing a tire while in traffic is something that you can't control. Now, sure, I'm sure there's things that you can do to, prep yourself to ensure something like that doesn't happen. Like, I don't know, let's not wait till the wires are showing in the tire before we change the tire. But ultimately, the tire is going to pop when it pops, regardless if you want it to or not. So to be negative all day because something out of your control has happened to you, that's a choice that you and only you are making. I'm not going to say that things that are actively happening in your life, good or bad, isn't influencing your decision making, but at the end of the day, it's a choice that only you are making. I like to hope for the best, but expect the worst in every situation. That way, if the best happens, awesome. But if it doesn't, well, at least I soften the blow. I soften the blow by mentally preparing for it. The number one battle we're dealing with daily that most people don't even realize we're having is with yourself. And most times, it's in your head by yourself. I pulled Randy Moss and got excited, but it wasn't nothing crazy. Life is mental. When you have an awareness of mentally who you are, you can then begin to take control of your thoughts. You're responsible for emotions. Our thoughts control our feelings. Our feelings control our actions. Knowing this, you can start to break free of those thoughts controlling you. Last time I mentioned why it wasn't wise to try and find love in a state of mind. Misery loves company. That's not a saying for by mistake. How do you expect to love or find someone when you're not willing to fix your own problems first? You have to put the hard work in. You have to put the hard work in. You have to get comfortable with the uncomfortable. You have to sit in the darkness, live in it, soak it up. There are feelings so raw and so rare you can only find them through your pain, or through pain. Your best work lies ahead of your worst days. If you aren't in the moment, you are either looking forward to uncertainty or back to pain and regret. Once I realized that constantly worrying about the past or future was a form of depression, it was key to my success with battling depression and living in the moment. From that moment, I stopped worrying about the future because it's not promised. The past is the past because it made me who I am today. And I'm going to choose to live in the moment, the now, where we can control our destiny. I want to leave you with a great quote I seen earlier today. This is from a well-known actor comedian, but it's his father. This is from Jim Carrey's dad. He once said, "You can fail at what you don't want, so you might as well take a chance on doing what you love." That's so powerful and so true. I choose love over fear. Too many times I let fear win. The fear of not being accepted. The fear of what others may think. There's a version of you that only exists after extreme effort. Most of us are too scared of the unknown to take a leap of faith. My question to you is, who's stopping you from being great? Sports trading card community, don't wait. Make today great. We're stronger together. You're not alone. Before I end this, I'm not going to go through all these cards because they're probably duds. And plus, I've been having issues with my microphone when I do my editing, or I kind of sound like I'm underwater. But I will, after I end this video in a minute, I'm going to go through these real quick. If I see any hits, I'll be sure to show you guys. Girls and guys, appreciate everybody joining. Thank you so much. Happy Halloween to everybody. Appreciate you for being a part of my family and welcoming me into this wonderful community. As always, balls out.